Hey everybody, this is Chris from Hotshot Oven and Kiln, and today we brought engineering in to do a demo on the Hotshot Novus controller that comes standard on our Hotshot Oven and Kilns. And you can get the tap controller as an upgrade, but this is the standard controller. And there's two different ways of programming this. You can program it from the controller itself, which is right here, or you can program it from the app, which is actually much easier. So we're just going to do a quick demo here on how to program this, and I'm going to turn it over to Isaiah to go ahead and go over that with you guys.
So when you first flip the oven on, this will be the home screen with the current set temperature, and then this is the actual temperature that the oven is. If we're going to program it, we want to hold down the P button until on the bottom we see program show up. And once we're in there, now we can short press through the different parameters of the program. This is the priority, so it's saying we want to prioritize the program. The units, so hours and minutes. Program repeat, so that's if you want it to just start the same program back over again. We'll turn that off. And then this is where you can assign different program numbers. So this one will hold up to 20 different programs. So either we can overwrite program number 1, or we'll just do a new one with program number 2. The tolerance, this is how close the oven will hold to that program number. So if we set a temperature of 1450 degrees, it won't move to the next step until it's within our tolerance here. So if we set a tolerance of 10 degrees, the program will wait for the oven to catch up within 10 degrees. So now for our first set point, this we normally start at like ambient temperature or room temperature. So we can run this down. We're currently at 70 degrees. And now PT1 is our first time segment. So what we need to do here is take the temperature we want to be at, subtract the temperature we're at now, which is room temperature, and then figure out our ramp rate in there. So if we want to go to 1,000 degrees at 400 degrees per hour, we would take 1,000 minus 70, which gives us 930 degrees, and then divide that by the rate. So take that divided by 400 degrees, gets us 2.325 hours, and then we need to get to minutes. So times 60, so it's 139 minutes that we need to set this first time segment for.
So then that will take 139 minutes to get to that first temperature.
Correct. And then this is the program event. So do we want an alarm to come on during that? If you leave it blank, no alarm will come on. And then this is our first set point that we're trying to get to. So we said we're trying to get to 1,000 degrees. And now we can move to our second time frame. So in this case, if we want to hold at 1,000 degrees for 15 minutes, here we would put our 15-minute hold in. We don't want an alarm. And then we need to set this to the same temperature because we're going from 1,000 degrees to 1,000 degrees for 15 minutes. We're holding that temperature. So now here we'll hit our third time frame. So in this case, we're going to go from 1,000 degrees up to 1460. So that's a change of 460 degrees. We want our rate to be 900 degrees per hour. So we take 460 divided by 900. Gives us 0.51 hours times 60. So roughly 30 minutes for this segment. So it's going to take 30 minutes to get from 1,000 to 1,460. We don't want an alarm. So here's where we put our set point temperature, the 1460. And we want to hold there for 20 minutes. So I'd put this at 1460 again because we want to hold at that temperature. So our ramp now for PT5. So we're going to go from 1460 down to 960. So it's a 500-degree change. And we're going to go at 1,000 degrees per hour. So that's 0.5 hours times 60, so 30 minutes. And our set point is 960 degrees. Now we want to hold at 960 for 1 hour. So we're going to put 60 minutes in here. Just 1 hour. Still no alarm. And we got to go back to 960 to hold there. From there, we're going to go down to 800 degrees. So it's a change of 160. We're going to do that at 200 degrees per hour. That's 0.8 hours times 60. It's 48 minutes. I'm going to 800. We're going to hold there for 10 minutes. And if that's the end of the program, if there's any unused time frames or set points, you can just set them to 0, and that will just end the program.
And then we can put an alarm in there. Yes.
So I'll run this down and then I'll move back and put an alarm for the end of it. So that's 0, I'll back up. So I want an event for 9. So we should have alarm number 1 is what will set off the actual alarm in the oven. So We want that to show 1. Loop program. So here we could set it up for, at the end of that program, we could say we want it to run a different program afterwards. So you can link a bunch of programs together if needed. If we're not doing that, we just set it to none. And then once we're done with the program, we can hit the F key to go all the way back to the home screen. So now to run that program, we just short press the P button until we see the program. I think we did program number 2 there. So we're saying we want to run program 2. We want to run it. We want to change this to yes. And then flip our heat enable switch on, and then we can see the output starting to flash. So now the oven is starting to run that program.
So that's how you manually program the Novus controller on the hotshot ovens. We will do another video for you guys on how to do the app and program it from the app. Thank you for tuning in, and like and follow us for more educational videos from Hotshot Oven. Thank you.